Peace, peace, this Prince Walls, Paradigm Killer. Yeah, I'm trying to learn how to do thumbnails. I don't know how to do that shit yet. So, um, that's what it is. This is going to be. I know I didn't even fucking do the titles and shit right. I didn't do shit right. But this is going to be in the beginning, and I'm about to start like going hard. I'm about to use my YouTube as my live. I might mainly do lives on YouTube because TikTok is some bullshit to me. Okay. So that's just what that is. So we're gonna go we're gonna talk about the this is in the beginning, and we're gonna talk about the holy seed versus the serpent seed. And this is something that you have to get into when you get into um when you get into like studying the Bible or whatever, when you get into studying certain stuff, you're going to see how they're trying to change history. And you're going to see how your own common sense, people are going to talk against your own common sense, you know? And that's something you got to you got to take it, take it for what it is. Um, the fact that they want to change that shit, and then you got to understand how throughout history, how shit changes throughout history, and how it can be one thing. Example: ISIS. ISIS used to be the Nimrod figure from the Sumerian, and then became Ishtar, which is some fucking devilish shit, honestly. So at first ISIS was a good figure. Uh, was this whatever Osiris girl was. Uh, whichever Osiris girl was the how it started off. You know, a good figure, a person that like the mother of the mountain, the lady of the mountain, a good figure. You know, and so at first, it was a good figure, and then it became the ISIS that we know of, like ISIS of the Middle East and ISIS of France. You know, just wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Just wild shit. Just wild shit. You know. So that's how it became. It became that wild shit, and so we have to understand how things change through our history. And first of all, we have to understand that ancient does not mean primitive. Ancient does not mean primitive. It don't. It don't mean primitive. It means old shit. You know what I'm saying? And sadly, we've been taught that we're the most advanced that we've ever been, and I don't think so. I don't think we're the most advanced we've ever been. I think we're actually kind of catching up. I think we're probably about 1,000 years behind. I think we're well, probably more, but you know, w- we're behind. So we got to deal with that fact that we're behind what we think we are. You know, we think we're the best. You know, that's why we talk about American arrogance. It's an arrogance that you can't be wrong, and you can see it in people. You can see it in people, especially sad to say, especially in women. You can see the arrogance in women to where it's like I'm the best. And it's like, are you I don't think this is sidebar. I don't think that a lot of women I don't think that a lot of women understand that when they be talking, they tell on themselves. Really. They really do tell on themselves. And they say things Oh, I'm not lonely, but if you're not lonely, why the fuck you making a video? If you're not, if you don't feel like you're wrong, why you fucking making a video for validation? See, I don't think that see women are so impressed with a validation that I don't think they understand that uh, a good man, a man who got his something to fucking live and die for, is going to, you know, see that shit as just a fucking red flag, straight up. You know, it's just a fucking red flag, and so that. But I'm about to get into the video. I just kind of wanted to say that how we don't know how things change in history, and we have to understand that. First of all, we have to understand how things can change, how they could be original. We got to understand how the evil takes the good all the time. That's what they do because the like, it's not even evil, but say bad, evil, bad. The bad does have no originality, you know, and they have to take from the good, and that's what happens. That's what happens throughout history. The evil takes from the good, like I'm about to mention in when I get started. So I'm gonna get started in the video. So the holy seed versus the serpent seed, and in my opinion, and from what my research has led me to believe, that um the 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 original sin was cheating, was Eve having sexual congress with the serpent or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's portrayed, the serpent is portrayed as a snake. And I think that is like, there's like a, um, you know, how we use snake these days. We are all, he is the snake. I think it's that. I think it's more of a he's a snake than it is him actually being a snake. I think he's a snake. He's a bitch ass nigga. He's a band. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. He's a band. You know what I'm saying? A fucking snake giving to slime you out. Niggas is willing to slime you out. And I think that speaks to his position. He was in a certain position to double cross the creator God. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I say all the time, whoever created Adam did not create Eve, I don't believe. I don't believe that shit. And people can whatever. But there's multiple lines. I'm gonna say this. It's multiple lines of um it's multiple lines the bloodlines of Eve. You have the original, which is like Cain, which is Cain and Abel. Uh I just think it was sexual, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I read the Sumerian, and that's what it says. It says that these mugs couldn't keep these mugs with some damn. It was all about progeny. That's what it was about. You know, it was about furthering their line. That's why I think it's fucked up, and I think that's why Malcolm X said that history yields the greatest reward. Because if you don't know your history, you're gonna make the same fucked up mistakes, and that's what's happening with all this feminism and women not wanting to be women, women to be wanting to be men, and I don't want to say play their role, but you're gifted the ability to create human beings, and you don't fucking want to. What the fuck is your purpose? I'm sorry. People think people, I have certain views, and people would say that I'm misogynist. I'm a misogynist because I have certain views, but it kind of, that's what the fucking book says, and that's what irritates me. Really, truly irritates me, because these same people that will call me a misogynist are claim to be Christians, but feminists having any feminist having any feminist ideals is against God. It's against nature. It's against God. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's against the book. So that's what I was saying. And so let me just get into this. So we're gonna get into the Holy See first. And The holy seed is tied to the creator God, which is not the creator of all. See, I think we have been told that the creator God is, you know, the creator God is the creator of all, and it's not. Even they say that shit in the Sumerian. They say, yeah, I'm not the creator of all. I'm just creating some test tube baby shit. That's what I'm doing, test tube baby. And I think it's the best way to describe it, test tube baby shit. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my point. The creator of the creator God is not necessarily meaning the creator of all. So we have to see what the fuck that shit means. And so is to symbolize this purity and divine election. And that's pretty much just saying that it uh it it uh it's like directed, it's tied to um being righteous per se, or being of God, not fallen against God. You know what I'm saying? So that's one point. And this is where the big thing comes in with Israel. God and Israel are tied to the holy seed. And I don't know about that. That might be later. That might be late. That might be some other shit. At this point, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I need to look into that very point more. But so, and it's also tied to the um it's also tied to the coming Messiah, which in my opinion, I can't even say that's fucking Jesus per se. I think, me personally, I think the coming messiahs are like they say Neo in the Matrix. There's many Neos. You know what I'm saying? I just happen to be fucking one. Like I say all the time, there's many Neos. But so I think it's more of a, and that's the thing. That's why my gripe with, first of all, my gripe with Christianity is I'm never going to accept anything that's to give me. Anything that's to give me, I'm questioning. Because it's really simple, and many people have said that. So you're saying that somebody who enslaved you is going to give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven? Are you fucking kidding me? And people don't want to understand that that's where you got Christianity from. Master. You got it from Master. So you do, hey, you could argue with your fucking self about that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got Christianity from Master. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm not. You certain things I'm just not willing to argue or debate about. If you want to ask me certain questions, I answer them, but I'm not willing to argue about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, it is what it is. Master put preachers. The only reason you have preachers is because Master wanted to control the narrative. And maybe that's something we need to start doing when we create shit. We need to start controlling the narrative instead of letting these fuck niggas. Number one, we need to start selling our fucking fucking money. Everybody need money, but we need to stop selling our fucking souls for money. And that's what's happening. We're like, we're taking 9 times out of 10, we're taking like 2 out of 10, 20 million. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking eating off of our blood, sweat, and tears. So that's number one. Number two, how they going to use it is going to be not how you will use it. Straight like that. How they use it is not how you will use it. Straight up. So now we're about to get into the fucking serpent seed. Because like I said, I think the maybe not the fall, would initiated the fall per se, and is a sexual congress. Uh, Eve had sexual congress with the devil, straight like that. People can people can say whatever they want to. People can feel out however they fucking want to about it. Like I say all the time, don't argue with me. Argue with your fucking mother. Argue with your motherfucking grandmother. Why did they teach you some shit that if they used a fucking one brain cell, they could see what the fuck is going on? And that's what it is. Sorry, not sorry about that shit. And so the serpent seed or the dual seed mean, it's like Eve mating with the serpent, which makes the original sin cheating. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how people can like, cheat like that. And I ain't saying I ain't never cheated. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that once you know better, you should fucking do better. And I never felt great when I did. I never felt great when I did. So I think that's the thing. Character is a thing. Character is a motherfucking thing. So you you can do whatever you want to, I guess. See, I don't believe that shit. I know I keep on going on tangents and not staying on topic, but I don't believe that shit. I don't believe you can just do whatever the fuck you want to. I don't. I think that's some fucking not some low IQ shit. Low IQ shit. Thinking that you can just do whatever you want. You know, Biggie said in Commandments. He said it's rules to this shit. I made you a manual. It's rules to this shit. And that's the truth. It's rules to this shit. You can't just do whatever the fuck you want to. That's that's Satanism. That's Crowleyism. And we gonna get into Crawley and Madame Blavatsky and all of that shit. We gonna get into all that shit. I just think it's fucked up that we fight the truth so hard. We fight the truth harder than a motherfucker. Not we, not me, not you, not a lot of people probably that watch my shit or whatever, or subscribe to me or whatever. I'm not talking about y'all, but we as human beings uh are like we run from the truth, and I don't understand what the fuck it is. What's going on? Why we run from the fucking truth? But that's just what it is. So, mm, so the offspring of Eve in the serpent, devil, whatever, Enlil, whatever. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what I think it is. I think all this shit is like Enki and Enlil worship per se. You know what I'm saying? Enki wanted to, you know, Enki wanted to free humanity. Enlil wanted to enslave them. Period. That's what it was. That's the two combating ideologies. You know, Inky wanted to free motherfuckers, and Lil wanted to enslave motherfuckers. That's what it is. And I just like I said, these people don't have original. You think Constantine fucking wrote the Bible or whatever? Fuck ass. No, he took all the ancient texts and put them in a certain context and compiled them into a book. That's what happened. That's what happened. So we're gonna get into that. But Cain was the. That's why you have Cain and Abel. How does Cain kill and get you know gifted not only protection with a market gain? He is placed in rulership of the Canaanites. He's put in rulership for killing his fucking brother. And so I don't understand how God will support that shit. I just don't understand how. I don't, because I believe you don't reward bad behavior. I just believe that. And I don't understand how Cain can kill Abel and get rewarded pretty much. That's how I know there's two ideologies. I think they're actually people. You know what I'm saying? I think they're actually people. I think Enlil was an actual person, Yahweh. He became Yahweh down the road. I think Enki was an actual person. I think Iki was who Osiris was modeled after, and I think up to a point, maybe Jesus figure was kind of m- m- modeled after Inky or the Inkyites, people who follow Inky, and so that. But I don't understand. Like I said, I'm gonna say this one more time. I don't understand how Cain killed Abel and gets rewarded with his own civilization, basically, and he gets protected with the mark of Cain. Wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Wild that shit. That shit's wild as fucking. And I want somebody to explain that shit to me other than some oh whatever shit. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about the flood. And this is one thing I want to say that the flood is immoral as fuck to me. If I'm the all knowing, all infinite, all I know everything, I can do anything, God, I'm not going to fucking kill 20 million people because I don't want to get off my ass and hey, I'm the Lord, motherfucker, act right. I think that should have been at least tried, not by Noah, not by uh Archer which is the Noah figure. That's where we get the Noah figure from, you know. Um so that's what that is, pretty much. I think that's fucking crazy that 20 million people get eliminated because in a way I guess God was lazy. That's wild. That's wild shit to me. You know what I'm saying? That's wild shit to me. For real. It's wild. That's wild as hell to me. And it is what it is. That's wild shit to me. That's wild shit to me. Mm, mm, Yeah, that's wild shit to me. And what the fuck did I do? Okay. I'm learning this shit, so forgive me. I gotta go and see how I can undo that shit because I don't know how I made you motherfucking moderator. I don't even know I don't even know what the fuck, who the fuck, what. Anyway, so I was at King. So I'm at King, and then oh, let me get into this shit because this shit is very important. It's gonna be very important moving forward once you start talking about how the Bible or whatever was a you know was orchestrated pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So Urias. So number one, Urias is the most despicable motherfucker in biblical whatever. You know what I'm saying? Urias. Look him up. Let me tell you. IRENACUS. Urias. Look him up. He's a despicable motherfucker as far as I'm concerned. He did a lot to mislead people. He's like he's over just Josephus. Josephus did a lot of bullshit to mislead people. That's just what it is. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And so Urias condemned the notion of the dual seed or the serpent seed, which in my book that lets me know that 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 that, that lets me know that that shit has some validity to it. You know what I'm saying? Because your race was he ain't so truthful. Yeah, I think your race hopefully is burning in hell right now. If there is a hell, I hope he's in the burning for real. Because he's that motherfucker's wild. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker is wild for real. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of is what it is. You know, it is what it is. But Urias, and I have plenty of shit to say about Urias, but I want it to be in the right context where I'm talking about biblical history and how it was orchestrated. That then I want to talk about it more. Okay, so the KKK, the KKK and embrace this notion. And they're not saying nothing really different than what I'm saying. I just think they used it for their own bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They used it for their own bullshit. They used it to, they're doing what a lot of modern women are doing today. They use whatever they can to excuse their bad behavior. You know what I'm saying? If you're divorcing a man who's done nothing to you, that's to me bad behavior. If and it has to be said that a lot of these women who are choosing divorce and destroying their families, that's burning hell, the lake of fire offense to me. I'm sorry. That's how I feel, and I don't care. See, we as people have to understand just because you can do something don't mean you're supposed to. Crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because you can divorce a motherfucker just because you want to, don't mean you should or would or could. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean you fucking should at all. You sitting there throwing your fat. Any woman, I'm gonna say this in my opinion, and this is personal shit, but any woman who is not a mother, you shouldn't have been came on fucking mother. You should know. You should know. You should know. And women need to get. I'm gonna say this, and I know I'm a fuckers ain't gonna like it, but it is what it is to me. Um, a lot of women need to under fucking stand that you fought for total control of your body, so that means you need to be And like I said, I'll speak against it. I speak against this shit all the time, but if you're not a mother, you don't need to have no children, regardless if you're pregnant or not. So you take that how you take that where you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? And yes, we have the problem of uh AB. Um, we have that problem. Eugenics. We have that problem. You know, but we have the problem of eugenics, but we need fit vessels. We don't need this shit we have now where motherfuckers going straight to jail from fucking uh preschool to prison pipeline. We need to cut that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bad behavior is constantly consuming. It is. It's fucking wild ass, badass, fuck ass behavior. Is accepted. And that's how I know that it's tar worship that's how I know the devil might be in charge because there's no way that these people should be going online spewing a mental illness across the airwaves and it just be okay. It just be accepted. It's no way that the sisterhood should stand and support this fucking shit just because the bitch got a vagina. And I mean bitch. And I mean bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm I mean what I say. You know what I'm saying? It's like I know the words that words have meanings, and I think I use them quite well, actually. and it just is what it is. But I think it's fucking crazy that the sisterhood supports this fuck shit. It's crazy. It's wild shit. It's fuck shit. You know, I don't understand how. You know, and see, I think that is something for the modern woman who is not a complete and utter piece of shit to understand that you need to stop supporting shit just because a bitch got a vagina. If a hoe is a hoe, regular women, ladies, can just call it out or be considered a hoe with that bitch. That's how I feel. Either you call it out or you agree. See, that's the thing what people don't understand about like agreeing with shit. Silence is just as you know, you being quiet about something, you might as well support it. Straight up. Because it's the same thing. You sitting there letting this fucking evil fuck shit. That's the anything evil I'ma speak against it. Anything evil I'ma speak against that motherfucking shit. That's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? So so the KKK supported that shit. The KKK supported the Ducey. They try to say that any non-white race was the from the devil, which is L7 loser weenie, not low IQ. It is. It's low IQ shit, and that's what kind of gets to me. The fact of shit is so low IQ that it's not even some of the shit's not even worth like really talking about. Actually, to me, you know, these people are mentally ill. Try like that. Because if you sitting there supporting this crazy shit, something wrong with you. That's just how I feel. You supporting crazy shit, something fucking wrong with you. Anyway, so Eve caused them to get expelled from the garden. So this is something that needs to be talked about because I think this is I think this is where people think people who say what I may say is misogyny or whatever, but I kind of don't agree with that shit because these modern women, anything, if you go against them being degenerate fucks, you're a misogynist, you know, and that's fucking crazy to me. But it's crazy to society as a whole. The hierarchy. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you. That's what Tupac said. Tupac said that shit a long time. They don't give a fuck about us. He said that shit a long time ago, and he meant that shit, and I mean that shit. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you, honestly. You know. Um. So, she got them expelled for multiple reasons. I feel she just she whoa. That's more on Adam than it is on Eve. Okay, I will say that. I'll say it. You know what I'm saying? That crazy shit is more on Adam than it is on Eve because he didn't control his fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't control the shit. That's what it is. He didn't control the shit. And so just she disobeyed God. Um, uh, like I said, reaffirming that the serpent, if the serpent was a man, that would mean the original sin was Eve cheating on Adam. And I personally think Adam is he's like he's the first cuck, I think. Because if you read the Bible, Adam he he if you read the Bible, he was there. He allowed that shit to happen. So at the end of the day, I personally think much as much blame or fault that you can. you can subscribe to Eve, but she got plenty fault in my book. You gotta subscribe the same amount of um fault towards Adam because he let that shit happen. You know, that's just how I look at it. He let it happen. So that's that. But I think the original sin was Eve cheating on Adam, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Eve going against the person that was you was, and see that's the ultimate betrayal. You know what I'm saying? To me, that 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 the Eve traded on Adam, and this person was the person that you were made from his rib, which I would just equate to like stem cells or DNA or whatever, whatever, whatever. And I say all the time that the word in Hebrew that they use to mean rib also means like penis bone. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it just speaks to DNA. It just speaks to DNA that these people uh these people um pretty much I'm gonna give it into it because I have to present the evidence with what I say because I'm tired of people just saying shit and it not being true and just saying shit. So I made it up in my mind that almost everything that I'm talking about is going to be confirmed or at least substantiated in some way. 'Cause I'm tired of people just saying shit and the shit they're saying it's no truth in what they're saying. And just because they sound confident in saying it, people give them a pass. No, no, what you said is fucking false. Straight like that. Feminist lies. That's why that that's from MCR, and that's why that shit means so. That's why that shit hits so hard for me because it really is feminist lies. All they use, all you motherfuckers do is lie. Y'all say this or say that, and it is what it is. But y'all lie. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I get to the point where it is what it is, but I'm going to fight that shit. I'm still going to fight it. Like I was saying this, I say this shit all the time. Good always has to fight evil. Good always have to fight evil. Always. You know what I'm saying? Always has to fight evil. You never, no days off. And that's the thing with men and women, in my opinion, no days off. If you a man, you better be a man every fucking day, every fucking second. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get blamed for it. So you might as well fucking man the fuck up. That's my gripe with Adam. He's the first, and I think it's fucking funny that Adam was the first cuck, and Adam 22 is like a huge cuck. You know what I'm saying? I think it's fucking funny to me. It's just funny that Adam 22 is the definition of the modern day cuck nigga, and Adam the first creation per se because we're not gonna get into it. Plenty of people have said how did Cain go somewhere and get a wife and everything and had a whole civilization if he was the first being created. Adam was 930 years old when he died, so maybe that might be it might be a time period thing. Like I was saying, how times change, maybe. But I just think it's fucking funny that he, he Adam 22 and Adam are both cucks. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm gonna say this shit, and I said this shit before. I'm not. Mm, I can't even say I'm not territorial because I am. I kind of am, but I be damn, if I'm with a woman and another nigga touch her, I'll be fucking damned. I'll be damned because it's why I'm with you. Well, I'm with you if you want to fuck other niggas. Go fuck other niggas. We live in a society, sad to say, even though I don't agree with it, we live in a society where it's acceptable to be a fucking hoe or three or four. It's acceptable. So go and do that. Be that. Be what it do and be that. But don't drag uh, a good sensible man into it. And men, man the fuck up, be a man. And a bitch want to go to the streets, you release her ass to the fucking streets. If she want an open relationship, she already cheating on you, my man. Man the fuck up. Man the fuck up. She want an open relationship, man the fuck up. She wants to a hall pass, man the fuck up. She wants to show other men attention, man the fuck up into that bitch and release that bitch to the streets. That's what it is. Release that bitch to the streets. Period. So I'm gonna do that. And also we have to deal with the fact that at certain times the people that were responsible with our growth did not want us to grow. And we have to deal with the fact that the reason they got expelled from the garden may be because um which makes sense to me because it was like our motherfuckers too ignorant to live forever. Adam and Eve were too childlike. Even though Adam was 930 years old, him the fact that he's allowing another being to touch his girl in a sexual manner lets you know he's not fucking grown. He ain't grown. He ain't grown. And that's what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And people say I'm insecure or misogynistic or whatever the fuck they want to, but I swear to God, man, I swear, if another man touches what is mine, they say it ain't yours if you can't protect it. That's what they say, and I'll be motherfucking damned if another man sexually touches my woman and still breathes. I'll be damned. That's just me personally. If other people think it's okay, I guess more power to you. Use a bitch nigga, you better stay the fuck over there with that shit. But more power to you, I guess. Like I said, I'm to the point where I'm not a shit sandwich is still a shit sandwich, regardless of what kind of Tupperware you put it in. It's still shit. Shit is still shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So people feel however the fuck they want to. Honestly, honestly, they can. That's their choice. But I'll tell you, you probably gonna end up in a lake of fire if it exists doing that fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? You cheating on, you breaking the heart of you turning a good man into a fucking villain because of your behavior is not number one. It's not a flex. Number two, um, you destroying your whole family is you gonna have to answer for that. So whether it be karma, whether it be you get thrown into the void, whether it be you get thrown into a lake of fire, whatever, whatever the case, whatever it means, that shit is wild to me. And okay, so oh, let me get to my point. Uh, we have to understand, we have to accept the fact that um everybody who's supposed to want better for us may not want better for us because it seems like yes, them being expelled from the garden wasn't necessarily because they ate the fruit. It's because they whoever was in charge or a certain being didn't want them to eat from the tree of was it a tree of life, tree of life I think they ate from not they got the knowledge, and then which wasn't really knowledge. It was just knowing certain shit. It was knowing. It wasn't knowledge. It was knowing. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? The food they ate was knowing, not knowledge, because knowledge and wisdom and knowledge and wisdom is different than just knowing some shit. Yeah, you might know some shit. And see, that's what I think we're battling now. We got a whole bunch of motherfuckers that know some shit against motherfuckers that actually have knowledge base. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we're dealing with. And so, what I was going to say was that these people um may have been expelled because they ain't want motherfuckers to live forever. But they dumbass, because they would have destroyed the world. Adam and Eve would have destroyed the world, living forever, and producing progeny to live forever. Would have destroyed the world. Just imagine Cain living forever. He killed his own brother. Wow. He killed his own brother and got rewarded for it. Wow. We have to be, and see that's always been my problem. Like I said, when I was about to go to seminary, which is like Bible college on steroids. You know what I'm saying? I was about to go to seminary, and I was just taught, and I just believed that if you go into something, you should know it. You know what I'm saying? If I go to seminary, I should know certain things about religion or whatever. I should know certain things. So I read it first. I especially read it. But I didn't even initially. I didn't make it past the first five books. You know what I'm saying? I read the first five books and I was like, oh shit. And I don't understand how people can read that shit and it be okay. But see, that's why Genesis starts off with genocide. Genocide. Straight genocide. Which is wild to me. That shit starts off as genocide. You know, 20 million people flooded. 20, 20 million people drowned in that incident. That's what the book says. And people who would disagree with me, that's what the book says. So you tell me how I'm misinterpreting the book, what the book says. You tell me that shit. Okay. How long how long was Adam sleep when Eve was created? How long did Adam stay asleep? Uh, because that brings up a lot of questions because how old was so did they create Eve as a adult or did they create Eve as a baby and she had to grow up or what? How did that shit happen? I would like to know. You know what I'm saying? Was Adam sleep until Eve became of a certain age, or what? You let me know. I don't know. That's why some wild shit that people might want to take in consideration. Um, just wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Wild shit. 100. Wild shit. But anyway, so how long was Adam sleep? Like I said, Adam lived for 930, and that's Genesis 5:5. Genesis 5:5. Look it up, and it tells you that that's how long the motherfucker lived. Okay, so how long did? But you can't find how long. You really can't find how long. I probably could find it, but you really don't find out how much Eve how long she lived. But okay, so I think it's funny. Adam blamed Eve, which he should have blamed his fucking self because man up, nigga. And see, what men have to understand is being nice. I'm not a nice guy. I'm a good man. I say that shit all the time, and I don't think people understand the difference. I don't think people understand what the fuck I mean when I say that shit. I'm not a nice guy. I'm a good man. So that means I'm not just gonna let you do whatever the fuck and get away with whatever the fuck and do whatever the fuck you want to. But I'm try to be fair as I can. But I think what I think is that the other side needs to understand that when you do certain things, there are consequences to your fucked up actions. They are. And you do certain things and kinda is what it is. You know, you get treated how you get treated. And that might entail see men don't wanna men, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas, man, release these hoes back to the streets, man. Release these hoes back to the streets. And if you don't fuck being nice, man. It's not I mean, that's hard to say. It's not for I don't think it's personally for men to be nice 100% of the time. Maybe 80, maybe 90. Okay. I can agree with that, but it's not for you see that's where she got fucked up with all of this partnership shit and all this bullshit. That's where she got fucked up because the Bible says man, woman, child, not woman, man, child. Okay, so y'all deal with that shit. Y'all feminist fucks deal with that shit. Deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? My opinion. Deal with that shit. That's what your book says. And half of y'all say y'all want a God fearing man, and y'all Christian, y'all this, but you act like straight Satanists. Okay? Y'all say y'all Christians, y'all say y'all believe in divinity, but y'all act like straight up motherfucking Satanists. Straight up. So that's what that is. And damn. Eve, damn. See, that's where I think the selfishness comes from. You know, Eve damned her own offspring by her actions. And if she would have kept, it all boils down to the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And wait till I do my next video on Lilith versus Eve. Wow. Because I almost question if I don't know, I don't think they're the same person, which is possible. Possible they're the same motherfucking person. But I don't think they're the same person. I think that like these the past nothing new under the sun. I think that it's nothing new under the sun, and how motherfuckers was acting in ancient times is how motherfuckers be acting today, and within a certain time period, and within a certain time period, this is what women were doing, being um unruly, untamed gorillas, sexually untamed. And I think that's fucking crazy. And the fact that your mother put that bullshit in your mind lets me know your mother ain't worth shit. Sorry. Sorry. Your mother ain't worth a damn. If she got you, if she got you out here, women empowerment, sleeping with whoever, if she's out here, got you destroying your vessel in the name of uh female empowerment, you might want to question that bitch. I would. You know what I'm saying? I would. I would question that hoe. Straight like that, because that's just the apple don't fall from the tree. So if your mom's a hoe, you probably gonna be a hoe. And that's the thing. That's why men have to be smarter. Men have to be smarter and more sexually tamed to understand that mom's a hoe, daughter's probably gonna be a hoe. That's why men need to all these sexually promiscuous women need to buy a fucking dog. Really. And he buy a dog. Straight up. And that's just what it is. That's what it is. So Okay, so let me see this. I'm gonna say this, then I'm pretty much ended. I'm at an hour. I'm pretty much at an hour. I'm about to say this, and I'm about to end it. If the creator created humans in the likeness and image and likeness, that's what they say, image and likeness. So that means we look like the creator deity, and we act like the creator. We have aspects of the creator deity also. You know, so straight like this, in my opinion, and this is not, I don't even want to say this shit 'cause this shit's wild, but I'm gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about me. I'm gonna fucking say it. Men seem to have more attributes like Inky. You know what I'm saying? He was sexually untamed. He didn't have his. He was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Sexually, he couldn't control his. He couldn't just control his sexual urges to stay for mother. He couldn't control his sexual urges. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't. That's what Sumerian says. He did a lot of wild fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you one thing. Um, you can't really. I don't really see too much. I don't see incest on his side. I see it on Yahweh's side. Incest on Yahweh's side. And genetic material is a wonderful thing. You need vast. You need, huge amounts to have humans that actually can fucking got 5 fingers. You know what I'm saying? And when people uh continuously reproduce with their own bloodline, it's certain mental illness. It's certain shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I see Abrahamic faith as a fucking degenerate band of fucks that degenerate band of fucks that allow weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Weird shit to occur. You know what I'm saying? But okay, so we're creating a likeness of certain people. You know, um, what like in my opinion, it seems like men are more created. Like that's why it's such a divide. Men are more created in the likeness in the likeness of Inky, and sad to say, women are more um in the likeness of Enlil, the devil. Really, see, like I said, you guys understand certain time periods, and Inky was in I think he started almost every civilization, and he he was turned into the devil in every situation because Enlil wanted to take over the resources. The same thing. It's the same thing. Ain't nothing different. Ain't nothing new under the sun. I'm gonna get into that shit fully, but ain't nothing new under the motherfucking sun. You know what I'm saying? So if men were created in the likeness of one being, and women were created in the likeness of another being, that's what we got to deal with as people. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why, you know, to have a, to have a successful relationship, to have a successful for the food to come out right, you have to you have to admit certain things. You have to not so much work together. I mean, you gotta work together, but it's It's not no such thing as partnership in relationships. I don't think there's a leader, and then there's a leader, and then there's a follower, and that's what I'm saying. Feminism has got motherfuckers fucked up because the 1% of men that did the fuck shit they're talking about are not the mass of men. You know what I'm saying? The mass of men are not going to fucking off you. It's disrespectful as hell for you to say I picked the bear. Well, if you picked the bear, the bitch, then leave me the fuck alone. That's where we're at now. I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back. That I picked the bear shit because I think most men are like, if you pick the bear, bitch, pick the bear and die alone. That's just what it is. But I'll dog and die alone. Period. That's your choices. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I was saying, it seems like likeness wise, men are more, you know, like Inky, and women are more like Enlil. Selfish. And it kills me. I posted this on TikTok. I reposted this. And the guy was like, yeah, I'm tired of women saying that oh, that's the women you pick. And he's like, what we talking about? You bitch, you ain't no better. I'm sorry. That's just called spade spade. Bitch, you ain't no better. You do the same shit. And see, that's that shit. That's why that's why certain men are against women in leadership. Okay? Because generally speaking, you gotta admit your fucking faults. You gotta take some kind of accountability, use some kind of responsibility. You have to. And if I just don't understand how, you know, you expect to be the fucking leader and the follower. I don't understand that shit. That shit is fucking whack job to me. And that's how I know feminism ain't worth shit. Because you can't be the you can't be taken care of but then have a fucking say. I'm sorry. That's just how and people say I'm motherfucking misogynistic, but guess what? This is how shit has been for thousands of years. And your level way of being is not gonna survive. Your level way of being is gonna get motherfuckers fucking off, flipped and und. You know what I'm saying? I don't get how you can think you're gonna be the taking care of present your princess sitting on couch potato ass motherfucker and still have fucking too much of a say because and I think that's the thing about men. Look, if a female, one of the most important things that somebody told me is that do not pick a woman who doesn't want to be a woman. If a woman doesn't want to follow you, if you want babies and she don't want to give you babies, if she doesn't want to do certain things, don't fucking pick the bitch. Period. Don't pick her. Don't fucking marry her. Don't fucking support her. Don't fucking work your ass to don't fucking work your fingers to the bone for that bitch. None of that shit. Bitch don't get none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? My opinion. Because, like I said, the Bible says man, woman, and child. So I'm just to the point where I'm like, well, females is like, bitch, you better than God? You know better than God? This is supposed to be what God said. So you know better than God. That's wild. Wild hunch. So I think that's pretty much it. Um, I think I'm working on Big Shade. I'm working on Big Shade next because like certain things need to be, people use no shade, no shade, no shade, no shade. You know what I'm saying? And no, certain shit is fucking shade. This shade, fuck you, Big Shade. You know what I'm saying? You should be acting, and that's the problem. Bring shame back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Because if if certain people don't want if certain people don't want to realize that you can't just do whatever the fuck you want to, then let them perish, man. Let them perish. Let them perish. If people don't want to conform to the actual rules of this shit, if somebody doesn't want to work with you, release her to the streets, man. Men need to start being men again. That's the thing about how Trump says make America great again, make men great again. And that is just, if she doesn't want to get on your program, release her to the motherfucking streets, nigga, and find another one. Just like what Jay say, I don't love my representative with another one. On the name of Jay Z, she was all on my dick. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. She don't want to do what she was supposed to do, release her to the streets. Point blank and period. Point blank and stop reproducing. Look, I've seen some motherfucking hideous motherfuckers that were pregnant. And niggas need to fucking have some sexual discipline. Period. Dick discipline. Women need to stop having penis envy, and men need to start having sexual discipline, in my opinion. You know, because this shit's fucking crazy. What's going on? And it's doing nothing but putting us further and further behind the fucking A ball. For real. It is. We're not going to. I want us to survive. I want us to survive another 5,000 years. You know what I'm saying? Uh, don't run. Exactly, because you don't run shit. I'm sorry. And if you a man and you're so infatuated with female anatomy like that, nigga, you're fucking up. And it's to the point, like I say all the time, I think it's just getting to the point where you're putting yourself in danger, as long as well as uh fucking off the fucking blood, as long as fucking off the bloodline or whatever, you're you're putting yourself in danger at this point, because other men are going to look and be like, that nigga is, let's this hoe run all over him. He ain't worth shit. Let's ransack his castle and take all his shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the next step. And I'm not no doom and gloomer. I'm not the person that's gonna, really be sitting here trying to tell you some whatever. Do whatever I don't want to say do whatever the fuck you want, because I don't believe that shit. I don't believe in that shit. But feel free to do whatever the fuck you want. But don't be surprised when your legacy is fucked up. Don't be surprised when you don't you don't have a proper vessel to reincarnate back into, because you fucked over your whole bloodline. Don't be surprised. In my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised when you have nowhere to go. That is the same thing with other people. They're gonna fuck over their bloodline where they have nowhere to come back into. Feel like that? You know? Um yeah. Like I said, I'm still working my shit out. You gotta try to motherfucking I gotta try to motherfucking uh I gotta try to get my thumbnail game right and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But peace, this Phoenix Bars, brother. I'm killer. I think it was nice for live. You can tell I'm not there yet. I'm not comfortable yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there yet to where I can I'm not back yet. I'm not back to my fighting weight yet, and that's just what it is. But I'm gonna get there. Like I said, my YouTube is mainly going to be used for lives and shit like that, because I can talk my shit and not worry about getting censored. So that's cool to me. Uh, peace, just Pink Boss, better damn killer.